नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 3, text 39. आवृतं ज्ञानमेतेन ज्ञानिनो नित्यवैरिणा कामरूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्पुरेण नलेन च। वर्ड मीनिंग, आवृतं covered, ज्ञानम pure consciousness, etena by this, jnaninaha of the knower, nitya vairina by the eternal enemy, kamarupena in the form of lust, kaunteya O son of Kunti, duspurena never to be satisfied, analena by the fire, cha also. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Thus, the wise living entity's pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. Purport. It is said in the Manusmriti that lust cannot be satisfied by any amount of sense enjoyment, just as fire is never extinguished by a constant supply of fuel. In the material world, the center of all activities is sex, and thus this material world is called Maithunagara, or the shackle of sex life. In the ordinary prison house, criminals are kept within bars. Similarly, the criminals who are disobedient to the laws of the Lord are shackled by sex life. Advancement of material civilization on the basis of sense gratification means increasing the duration of the material existence of a living entity. Therefore, this lust is the symbol of ignorance by which the living entity is kept within the material world. While one enjoys sense gratification, it may be that there is some feeling of happiness, but actually that so-called feeling of happiness is the ultimate enemy of the sense enjoyer. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्दे अहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजयेन सहगणं रघुनाथं नितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So Arjuna asked this question to Krishna directly. Arjuna asked, Arjuna has doubt maybe, but he asked on behalf of us, because many of us conditioned souls, it is our nature. We say if something mishappen, this is Hari Ichha. The Lord is arranging, what can I do? Yeah. Full blame is going to Lord only. We are good boy, he is the bad guy. Because of him only happens. Sometimes we want to preaching, you can chant, you can, Ore Prabhuji, if your Krishna wants, then I can't become a devotee, pure devotee. Because he doesn't want. I become, because of his desire you become. If he is so desire, then I can become far better devotee. It is only his mistake. He is not arranging me, he is not helping to become devotee. Otherwise, who am I? Any normal living he will understand this fact. Because we know there is no sun, without the desire of Lord, even the leaves of the tree can't, isn't it? So that means the Lord is the only person who is doing all bad things. Because of him everything is happening, mishappening. While blaming Lord. And not only that, any mistake, any bad thing, any sinful activities, Arey Baba, I didn't want to do. That's fact. Nobody wants to become a bad guy. None, isn't it? Nobody wants. Even the thieves, after stealing, when they will divide their things, the stolen property, they see imandari, say, honestly you should divide it honestly. Arey Baba, you will divide the property honestly. If first you are dishonest personified, how can you think? But they are doing that. Bhai, imandari se. So Arjuna thought everybody is blaming Krishna for sinful activities. That Krishna is the sole person who is arranging all the bad things, everything happening. So he asked directly, he said, better to Krishna is in front of me, better ask him directly. Is he the cause of all sinful activities in the world? Everybody is blaming him. So he asked, Krishna, please tell me, atha kena prajuktoyang papa charati purushaha. The human being, when they are performing sinful activities, actually nobody wants to do sin. But when they are doing, if they answer, well, see, I don't want, but somehow or other somebody forcibly done through me. I have no option. Who is that person who did this sin through you forcibly? Krishna. He. Anichinnapi Varshnaya Baladapi Niyojita. Oh Varshnaya. So people are thinking they are doing the sinful activities without any desire, but forcibly. I think you are making to do the sinful activities by force. You are forcing them to do. That's what everybody is thinking. So Arjuna asked directly to Krishna. This is thinking of people. Krishna started laughing. He said, Arjuna, no. Then who? Who is that person? People are thinking of you. If you not, then who? So then Krishna gave the answer directly. That actually not me. They don't understand. It is the last. Kama esa krodho esa rajaguna samudbhavaha. This lust and anger which arises from mode of passion, rajaguna. Because of this, we are forced without desire, sometimes we are forcibly doing unwanted things, sinful activities. We know the reaction of it. I should not do, but sometimes we can't control, we have to do these unwanted things. He says, why these things sometimes this happened? Now this is Mr. Lust and with his brother anger. Kamanuja. Krodh is the younger brother of Kama. It's called Kamanuja. So the both of them, because of these two, they are forcing man to do. They are forcing. Are Baba, you don't know. I am telling you. Vidhi ena iha bairinam mahasana mahapapma vidhi ena iha. They are all devouring enemy. Try to understand. They are the enemy. And they are capturing your intelligence and they are forcing you to do. So, those who are ajnani, for them, they can't understand. They are thinking this is good. This is normal way. So they have no capacity to discriminate. They have no power to understand, to find out what is what. But those who are little of knowledge, those who have some understanding, those who know Shastra, those people, they can understand. Oh, because of this I got trapped. That's why in this verse, before this verse in 38, Krishna told how we are getting captured. He gave 3 examples. Very nice example he has given. Dhumena briyate banhi jatha darso malena chaha jatha luena abhrito garbho tatha tena idam abhritam. See the connection. The previous verse concluded with word abhritam. And this verse started with word abhritam. Abhritam jnanam etena. That is abhritam. Ena abhritam. Ena means this Kama, Mr. Lust. How he is capturing in mode of passion, in mode of ignorance, in mode of goodness. So example he has been, now it is getting ete, abhritam jnanam etena. Very clearly Krishna is telling, ete means who is, ete means this Mr. Lust. Mr. Lust capturing, what? Capturing you? No, he is not capturing you, not the soul. Capturing the intelligence. Jnanam. Jnanam etena, this Kama, he is covering your intelligence Jnaninaha nitya vairina. So it is his nature. He will only attack to the intelligence. You have to cover the intelligence. That's it. Anything you have to do, you have to apply your intelligence. So intelligence is totally covered. But those who are agya, illiterate, they have no understanding of intelligence. They are totally agya. So for them, they cannot find out. But those who are knowledgeable, they will detect. So that's why, how they can do that? Now because now Krishna is telling those who are knowledgeable person, those who are thinking they are jnani, for them it is eternal enemy, nitya vairi. For them is nitya vairi. And for ajnani, because they cannot know, for them their friend, it's very nice, I am enjoying, very nice. Because they don't have any sense of understanding. But those persons have some sense of understanding. They could find it out. They could trace it out. Oh, by this I got trapped. Oh, too much. So for these people, this lust is eternal enemy. Actually, it is enemy for everybody. Everybody. Prabhupada told in the purport, they are just like criminals. They are kept behind the bars in the prison, isn't it? In the prison house, the criminals, they are kept behind the bars, iron shackle. And we people, we are defiers of the orders of the Lord, we are also imprisoned by the shackles of sex desire. Yes. There shackles of iron bar, here are the shackles of sex. That's why the whole material universe is called as Maithunagara. That the whole center point, center of every activity, the material world is moving because of the center point. This is the force. Because of this, everything is active. Otherwise, everything will be inactive. Nobody will work. So that's why Prabhupada is saying, we all in this material world, just like a criminal, they are staying inside the bar, they are controlled by the iron shackle, we are all controlled. Krishna has given this unique jail, unique condition through lust desire, through lust. All of us, everybody, not only human being, 84 lakhs of species, Krishna has given only simple, subtle power, lust. Everybody is controlled. Very wonderfully, very nicely controlled. No way to get out. So those who are illiterate, those who have no sense of understanding, how they can understand? Forget them. The animals and beasts, birds, forget, they cannot understand it. Even human beings, some human beings, most of them are like animals, they have no common understanding, so they can't also find that out. They are just enjoying and doing that and suffering and suffering and suffering and suffering. But those who can feel that, no, it is too much, why I am suffering, I don't want to suffer. So they, when they try to analyze, they find out, oh, because of this only. Because of this lust, I am forced to do all sinful activities, this, that. So for them, these considerate persons, those who can able to understand, for them it is eternal enemy. Because they can consider, they can find out, none else is my enemy, only the lust. Because of this only, all mishappenings happening, all misdeeds happening, all sins is happening, because of this only. If I can control this and take care of this, nothing can bad happen to me. No question of any bad happen to me. In 5th chapter, one place Krishna used to tell, Ahi sansparsaje bhoga dukkha jonaya evate. This kama, this lust, is nothing but sparsa sukha. Sense enjoyment, gross sense enjoyment. So there Krishna told very clearly, Ehi sansparsaje bhoga, this sparsa bhoga, sukha, is Dukkha Joni. Dukkha Joni means the source of misery, from where miseries are coming and coming and coming. Yes, Dukkha Joni. Adyantavanta Kunteya na tesu ramate buthaha. Those who are intelligent people, they will be very careful. Oh no. So for these intelligent people, because they can understand it, they can trace it out. For them, the only eternal enemy is lust. Because they understand. This, no. What they can do, only the enemy, only branded enemy is the lust. That's Jnanina Nitya Vairina. What? Nitya Vairi, what that Vairi is doing? Abritang. He has no other things he is doing. Only action he is doing, covering your intelligence. Abritam Jnanam. Jnana Abrita, that is the danger thing. Because every decision we are taking, for any action we are doing, we are taking decision to do some action through our intelligence. And the intelligence is covered. See, the Jnana is Abritam. So why is covering the intelligence only? Because Jnana is like a fire. In the 4th chapter, many places, Jnanagni Dagdha Karmani. Isn't it? Yes. Jnana is like fire, who is burned to all karma into ashes. That means Krishna is telling that the fire of knowledge should always be there with us. We should not cover it. It should be always uncovered. Because the fire, if you cover, then fire will extinguish. You know, in the fire brigade office, they will keep some sand in bucket. When the fire comes, they will put the sand on it, they cover it, then finish. And immediate some human being put a blanket or something covered, then it will extinguish. So if you cover the fire will finish, extinguish. So that he is doing. Because if the Jnana fire, Jnana is considered as fire, Agni. If the Jnanagni, then Dagdha Karmani, Bhasmasat Kuruterchana. Krishna is telling there is nothing, the purifying agency like Jnana. Pavitram iha vidyate. There is nothing like so pure. Somebody will make everything purifying like Jnana. Most purifying agency is knowledge. So this knowledge, the fire, it should be always there, it should not covered, it should always be remain uncovered. If the Jnana will be uncovered, then all our misdeeds, all our sinful actions, all our bad things, everything will be burned into ashes. Jnanagni dagdha karmani bhasmasat kurute arjuna. Burn into ashes. So that's why the last what is doing, Are Baba, is karma bandhan finish, then finish. He is out of my hand. So very subtle way, he will not attack your mind, to your indriya, to your any other thing, to your asset, no, nothing. He will just cover your intelligence. That's it. He will cover your intelligence. Abrutam jnanam. Just cover the intelligence. And then finish. You can't take any proper decision. Your decision making agency gone. No internet is there. It's not working. How can I do? Network cover finish. So it will cover the intelligence. Abrutam jnana etena. So that's why those who are jnani, they consider this lust as their eternal enemy. Only the jnanis, they understand it. But ajnanis, for them no enemy, because they understand it as their friend. Because they are giving them a temporary enjoyment, so they think it is our best friend. But those who are jnani, they only understand that the lust is the eternal enemy. Nitya Vairina. This lust, this kama is called avidya, is ajnana. This is actually avidya. And because of this, we are here suffering eternally. And if the more we engaged in enjoying senses, then our duration of material life will increase more and more. The more you engage, then more of duration will increase. So those who want to get out of this suffering, those want to go to Vaikuntha or Krishna Loka, for them, what is the most burden, obstacle, the biggest obstacle, those who are wanting to get out from these sufferings, the biggest obstacle is lust. Yes. Abrutam jnanam etena jnanina nitya vairina kamarupena kaunteya. Kamarupa. How kaunteya? How? Not kamarupa. Here kama means desire. Desire for what? Desire for sense enjoyment. Desire for temporary sense enjoyment, it is called kama. So this desiring for temporary sense enjoyment is the biggest obstacle of achieving our desired goal of our life. Biggest obstacle. Kama rupena kunteya. And this kama, we can't finish it, okay, if he is desiring, then fulfill the desire, then finish. Go ahead. No. Krishna is giving another example. This kama is duspurena. It will never become satisfied. Never. You can't satisfy it. How can you cannot satisfy? You give enough things, then you will be satisfied, Baba. No. This lust never be satisfied. How come? Then example Krishna is giving like anala, fire. Like fire, not fire, in fire, a big fire, you add the amount of ghee or any kind of indhan, petrol or kerosene or diesel or any indhan, what you say? Fuel, gas, fuel you add. As much you add, that much you will grow, it will not feel satisfied. No, not satisfied. So this befitting example Krishna is doing. Duspurena analena cha. Just like anala never ever extinguish by adding fire, adding fuel to it. So like that, by giving, desired sense achievement, okay, he desire to give him. Okay, he wants to eat gulab jamun, okay, give 10 of them, give. So by giving that, you cannot finish desire. Next day he will again want. Next day he will come. He will come eternally. Always he will come as long as he is there. So it will never stop. So now the solution is not given here. Krishna in this verse, it is case study. He studied the case. Because the measure in the previous 2-3 verses, it is disease. This serious disease. Because I don't want to become a bad boy, bad guy, but sometimes forcibly without my desire I am happening. How come this is happening? So now Krishna studied the case study. First he told this is only kama, how the kama is doing, how it is happening, the process, Just he is covering your intelligence. And how it is covering? Na kama rupena kaunteya. Kaunteya, you should understand, when you have some kind of temporary enjoying desire is coming, understand this. This is called kamana. This kama sukha only temporary. Very few seconds or few minutes it will come, and then whole life you have to suffer. This kama sukha, this is called kamana. This kama rupana kaunteya. Why this kamana? Because we will become mad to get it, because our intelligence is covered. In the beginning, when the lust will come, the first action, the first attempt, he will cover our intelligence. Abrutam jnanam. And that 99% of people, they cannot understand that their jnana is covered. Only the devotee, those who are serious, the serious devotee, those who are trying to get away from this material entanglement and go to Krishna Loka, only they can detect. That's the jnanina nitya vairina. For ajnani, forget it. They are thinking it's all right. So those who are serious, they will detect. For them, lust is eternally in front of them. They have to fight. In one verse, Krishna told, Arjuna asked, how long I have to fight with this lust? How long? Krishna told, till the last breath of your life. Till the last breath of your life, try to fight against it. If during the last breath, if you able to success to control your desire, then that's it. Ab baji maar lo. Sa sukhi na raha. Yes, you will become sukhi. So that's why continue your fighting against this eternal enemy till last breath. Yes. Always you have to be very, very careful. Because it's nitya vairina. It's nitya vairi. Other vairis are there, they will take little revenge, they will take your assets, they will give you punishment, they will do something. But this vairi is not like that. He will do nothing. He will just attack your intelligence. They know, they are so subtle, unseen. So they will just cover the intelligence, then finish. If intelligence is covered, then we cannot understand what is good, what is bad. Vivek, finish. Immediately, those who are Viveki, Vivekvan, that Vivek, he will cover, make it dark. When the fire is extinguished, then no power. Jnana Agni is very much essential for a human being to get away from this. Jnana Agni. Karmanas is happening through only Jnana Agni. And this Jnana Agni will be extinguished by Kama. Kama will extinguish by covering it. It will extinguish, then finish. Then you will be in Karma Bandhana. Then life after life, again and again and again, eternally will go for suffering here. No question of promotion, no question of going up. So that's why those who are serious, those who want to get away, for them this lust is eternally a challenge for them. Biggest challenge for their success. Yes, biggest challenge for their success. So that's why Krishna told, if somehow or other till the last breath of life, if they are able to control it, then they will become Sufi. They are the happiest. They will become happy. So, and again after this verse, the 3 verses Krishna will tell, so how to do this? Because now case study happened. So solution he will tell. Now he will give the solution. How to do it? How to, you are telling Kama is Mahasatru. So then how to deal with it? Because if any find out who is the enemy, so the next question, where he stays, tell me, what is the address of that enemy, then I will take care of it. So now in the 40th verse, Krishna will tell you his address, where he stays, and how to deal with it. So in this particular verse, so Krishna is dictating that those who are intelligent, for them the biggest challenge in their sadhana is this. This is the Nitya Vairi, Nitya enemy. We have seen in history some personalities, Napoleon and Alexander, like this, and history they have happened. They, to some extent, they win the world. Major part of the world they win by their prowess, but they are fully captured by lust, isn't it? Yeah. So that's why if you study them, study the case study, then you understand that actually to win over the assets, win over some country, win over some, this is not real winning. Real winning is if you win your enemy. Who is the enemy? We don't know. This is an, we don't know who is the enemy. So Krishna is pointing out for all of us, this super powerful enemy is Mr. Lust. Biggest branded enemy is lust. And everybody, starting from a small ant up to the Brahma, everybody is attacked by this enemy. Everybody is captured and controlled by this enemy. So by this, Krishna is telling, I am telling you the process, but this process will be only activated. You have to fully take surrender of Krishna. Krishnaika Saranam. Krishnaika Saranam. Some places in Bhagavad Gita, even Prabhupada gave in the example, though somebody, he said even Lord Shiva, and he has given some example in Mohini Rupa. Because though it is a different pastimes of Shiva, it is he knowingly he did that. That was his desire. By that he glorifies the Supreme Lord by doing that. But Prabhupada giving a example, the comparison that Haridas Thakur, he took full shelter of Lord and he was only chanting with full faith. 2 times, one time Swayam Mayadevi personified, another time one of the principal prostitute Lakshya Hira was sent by that the then and their king, by Mughal king. Yes. Both of them, they failed in their attempt because Haridas Thakur was fully surrendered to Nama Brahma, to Krishna. And in his comparison, even the highly elevated demigod, they can't control it. So the only way, if you take fully surrender, then only by the mercy of Lord we can deal with it. But Krishna will tell the process, how to deal, how to start with the beginning. First you have to deal with, control your senses, then control your mind, then intelligence. Because this last is, it has 3 quarters. Mana buddhi indriyani asya adhishthana uchyate. Staying in your mind, intelligence and senses. So you cannot attack all the at a time to 3 places. And you just don't touch to mind, forget about intelligence. Start the fighting with your senses. That's why ado niyamya indriyani. So that's why we are all in the beginners. We have to control our senses by get up early in morning, must coming to morning program, must sit down, must chant, must eat only prasad, must do that. So sometimes undesirably we have to forcibly, we have to do this. That is called sadhana. That's called indriya sanjama. If by this way, if we control our senses, slowly, if the senses are controlled, so the control senses, then you take care of your mind. Then mind will come. Then mind, then intelligence. And then by the help of intelligence, you can win over the Jai Satru Mahavaho Kam Rupam Durasadaha. Evam Buddha, Param Buddha. Evam Buddha. Then by the intelligence, by the help of intelligence only, if you take out the covering of intelligence, the fire will burn up. Then it will take care. So till that point, how will work? We are so helpless. Only help will be supplied by Krishna. So take fully help from Krishna and pass through these three tests. First sense, then mind, then intelligence, and through the intelligence, fight the final match with the last. With the final match over, then you will get the medal. You will get the trophy. Kama Vijayi. So Kama Vijayi, only they can become Kama Vijayi who is fully surrendered at the feet of Krishna. Krishna also declared, Mama Maya Duratyaya. This is Maya Sakti. This is my Maya. Mama Maya. Krishna told, this Maya is not, this is Brahma and the Shiva, this, that. No. This belongs to me. This is Mama Maya. That's why Duratyaya. Means, my things is just like me. This my power is there. It is not Maya has no Sakti. It is Jada Sakti. Maya is Jada, na? Maya is matter. So, Jada में Sakti कहाँ से चेतना कहाँ से आता? It is Jada. It is matter. So, how come Maya is powerful? The power is not Maya. It is Jada matter. The power is mine, Baba. Just like electric wire. Electric wire, there is no current. The current is coming for a power, the current is something else. Flowing that soul. Exactly. The Maya is just like wire. The current is from Krishna. It is my power. It looks like it's Maya, but it's Maya only outside, externally, but internally I am there. It's a Mama Maya, it's my energy. It's my power. So who can challenge me? Nobody is there. Who can deal with me? So then, the impossible now, only possible way is, if somebody surrender me, if I say, okay, shut down, then that's it. Because my power, I can only handle it. So it is Krishna's power. So only Kama Vijaya can be done if you take full shelter of Krishna. Maya metang tarantite, mamevaya prapadyante. If you prapadyamana to Krishna, if you surrender fully to the lotus feet of Krishna through his devotees, Krishna we don't know very how to do. So Krishna means for us Krishna's devotee. Take fully shelter and serve them and satisfy them, then Krishna will be satisfied. Then Kama Vijaya will be possible. Then we can pass all these tests. First test is through senses, second through mind, third through intelligence, and fourth one, the final match with the Kama, last. That's it. Then you are over. So all these matches we have to do. So now this verse, the case studies happened. So this is it. How this is happening? This intelligence is getting covered, and through in the form of desire, sense gratification desire, it is coming, and it is imperishable, unsatiable, and like that it is acting, and it is the eternal enemy. So now how to deal with the enemy? In the extra 3 more verses are there, 40, 41, 42. It is explained there. Hare Krishna. Mr. Last ki jai. Last is Krishna's energy, na? So he should give joy to him, give joy to her. Any question or comment? Yes.
Also, in particular, this verse, the lust is glorified.
Yes.
So, whatever is glorification is that means Krishna's glorification.
Yes, this is Krishna's energy. That's what I told you.
Right. So, we should understand the glorification which Lord is giving in this particular shloka for the lust. So, when we cross all over the ocean of the Bhagavad Gita, at the end Lord is saying to surrender to me. Until He is giving us all the explanations about the lust and other things, He gives so many explanations to Arjuna. So we should always meditate on Krishna that please help us to come out from there. And when we are praying, that also intelligence He is giving us, that we should pray to Him. Otherwise, we are entangled in this Bhausagar. So, coming off from this Bhausagar, just like we have in further sloka, Krishna will explain, but we should meditate. Whatever Krishna is giving us, that is His glorification. Just like we see sun, moon, He is giving, that is also His glorification. So, always we should glorify everyone and we shouldn't hate anyone. Just like lust also, we shouldn't hate the lust also. Although it is in everyone's, giving from the example, give the example from the ant to Dharma. So lust is everywhere, even ant is lusty for the grain, sugar cane, she wants to go. So the pastimes of the Lord which He has given us in this material world, to human beings, to animals, to everyone. So we should understand whatever is going to the will of Him. Just like when we see the movie starting, we see the producer has produced the movie and he has given different roles to everyone. And everyone getting different roles. They cannot change. I want to change my role, I cannot change. He has given me something, you have to do that, you have to do that. So here also in material world we see that He has given us these things, we are doing this one. Although we are in the material world, we are doing so many nonsense. But by His mercy we have come here. And coming here, He is getting His mercy. And we should always think of Him, just like He said, Manmana Bhava. We should always think of Him when we shouldn't hate anyone. Whatever it comes to us, we shouldn't hate it. But sometimes we feel and we hate each other. That thing Krishna says somewhere also, because we don't see Krishna in your heart, that's why I am hating you. If I see Krishna in your heart, then I am not hating. So these things we should understand and always thinking of Krishna, that whatever is the Krishna, we shouldn't hate him. The hate which we are doing, that is not correct.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Nice platform. You mentioned the younger brother of lust. I didn't hear that. What is that?
Kama
Love.
is lust and younger brother is Krodha, anger.
If I may ask, some Prabhupada said our real business is getting up, eating and sleeping, something of this nature. And, as we progress in Krishna consciousness, and we try to make progress in that, but if we make too much progress, it swings the other way. So, I've got my estimated, who knows, but, lifespan, and made some progress. Certainly not enough. If I continue with this, how much of the completely giving up, this totally like Jadabhara, completely liberated, do we have to be in order to make it back home to Godhead?
This is the only way. If you want to go back to Godhead, then you should have desire to go there. That desire should be so much that no other tinge of desire should be there. If that desire is fully there, then you can go there. So if that desire is so powerful, that means you are Jada Bharata, everything like that. Jad Bharat was not Jada. He was posing himself like Jada, but actually he was not Jada. He was quite understanding everything. He was knowing everything. But he was playing a role like Jada, isn't it? So like that. If we have only that desire, then we will become also Jada. Yes.
I don't want anybody to run with what I'm about to say. It's in the scripture. Because as aspiring devotees, we don't take this option. But if we look at the West, a lot of people take this option. I don't think they're intentionally taking it. But what I'm speaking about is where Prabhupada writes that regarding putting out the fire of lust, if one does an enormous amount of simple activities, enormous amount, then it can put out the fire. So, could you make a comment on, I mean, certainly we don't want to entertain that as the book.
No, but I understand what you are saying. Suppose there is a fire, if you put 100 liters of ghee, immediately the fire will be extinguished. That's what you are saying, na? So, okay, you are giving this example, but you have to prove it according to the enjoyment. Can you enjoy at a time 1 million object? So then how you can make it? Just like you 100 liter tin you put in the fire. So if you put 10 grams, the fire is coming, swaha, swaha. So you put 100 liter. So that means what we are enjoying, our sense it's getting more and more, it is not getting satisfied. You are saying if you put so much, then it will be satisfied. But it is not possible, we are not in that stage. We can't do it. We will die. What to take care of our lust, we will get lust. We will finish.
Hasn't Prabhupada written that? I can't remember where, but...
No, it is some people they have to say like that, and that is fact to say like that, but it is not practical, it is not possible. Yeah. That's why in Shastra it is said that as much as you add fuel to the fire, it will never extinguish, it will increase. But then somebody speculated, oh, if you put the heavy amount of it, then a heavy amount to the fire, if the fire cannot take, so how you can take? You know, so that is the thing. Yes.
In the purport of Karmesha Devotion, this verse, the purport total lies in the last lines in the purport. I asked this question before also. Again, I would like if we can explain. Prabhupada, therefore, lust and wrath, when they are employed in Krishna consciousness, become our friends instead of our enemies. So, wrath example, Prabhupada gave in Prabhupada. Wrath like anger.
Yes.
He gave example of anger.
Yeah.
Lust example, or somebody is like lust and then it is employed in Krishna consciousness.
Yes. काम कृष्ण कर्मार्पणे क्रोध कृष्ण द्वेषी जने, इट इज देयर इन द भजन. काम द डिजायर, हाउ टू वर्क फॉर कृष्ण, हाउ टू सर्व कृष्ण, दिस एंड दैट, बी पैशनेट एंड वर्क फॉर कृष्ण. काम कृष्ण कर्म अर्पणे, यूज योर पैशन फॉर दैट विल बी ओके. enjoy, engage your that propensity in that way. And Krodha, Krishna Dveshi Jane, just like Hanuman become very angry when he was fighting. You can do that. Only envy cannot be used. All other things can be used.
So this lust means like lusty person, like he should work if he has lust like this.
Lusty person means full passionate. He is lusty, he is passionate.
He has got a passion and
Lot of passion, enjoy. So okay, do this thing. Use your passion.
he should be engaged.
Engaged.
He should
Yes,
hard work.
hard work. That's why the Acharya is giving this book distribution, going to take care of herding the cows, going to many other physical heavy action, to take care of the lust only, Rajaguna. That is there.
Because it's explained in the class, that only intelligence, those who are intelligent, then it covers.
Yeah.
Intelligent doesn't know anything about
That's why Agyani baat, no question of Agyani is only Jnani nanti varina.
So like how it works, like this lust,
That doesn't mean that for Agyanis it's not covered. They are covered but they cannot figure it out. Only these people they can figure it out. That's why they think that he is enemy. Others they cannot, they have no capacity to think that.
so we say the person who already know this is thing,
Yeah.
and then it is covered or
No, it is covered. They figure it out. Oh, this is it.
later they figure out when they like
Yes. And then try to find out that then it becomes eternal enemy. As long as they get out of it, till that time it is enemy. Eternally enemy. That's it. It is there.
like some, let us say,
Hmm.
like we are in this one.
Hmm.
We came to this knowledge. A lot of devotees come to this knowledge. This is knowledge. But still, we go for that.
Yeah. So that's I'm saying, just by coming here doesn't mean that you are become foolproof. No. That's what Krishna told, till your last breath. So it is not that easy. No question of ashram, nothing is like that. Everywhere. That's why I told it's down from ant to Brahma. It is there everywhere. It is designed in such a way. No question of it is biggest enemy, obstacle.
In relation to Prabhuji's comment, Prabhuji said you should not see lust as an enemy. Prabhuji, if I understood properly, Prabhuji, Prabhuji is saying we should not
Hate.
hate the, so if it is enemy, means how we cannot like hate it, but doesn't mean that we should not hate it or we should be cautious about that.
Exactly.
Not hate something.
Oh, hating, we should be careful of it. Yes. With good amount of respect. Be careful of it, because it is Krishna's power. So should be very cautious of it. Yeah.
Yesterday before in the class in the morning, I was giving the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur speaking. He's saying the enemy, whose enemy is coming to me, I have to see that he is my friend. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur speaking. 2 days before in the class, I don't know who spoke or this man. So we should always think this is enemy. I have to make friends with this enemy. We shouldn't hate that enemy.
Hatred should not be fighting.
Enemy.
Hatred should be there. Even if enemy comes to you.
Carefulness.
Prabhupada's Guru said, my only desire is to have the greatest well wishes for my greatest enemy, something along those lines. Isn't it as simple as this, Maharaj? I mean, your class was every word was perfectly placed, honestly. but just in summary, that you can be in the internal or external energy of the Lord, and when you gain knowledge, then you can simply make a choice and make sure you're always in the internal potency, and not make the choice to be in the external potency, which is lust. So we choose to love instead of lust. It's not like an external force. It is an external force, Yoga Maya or Mahamaya, in that sense. But nothing is affecting our free will to choose to be in the Yoga or Mahamaya. So in that sense, there's nothing's forcing me to make a choice. I can choose to either serve God or not. So in that sense, there's simply my choice, but there's not anything external forcing me to choose the external energy. Is that clear? I can maybe more clearly, right?
I cannot get your question fully, but as I understand, you are saying something external potency and internal potency.
Yeah, there's an external force. That's Krishna. He has to control. He controls everybody. That way, there's an external force. But the internal, where I can choose to either serve God or not, nothing's forcing me to choose one way or the other. I have that free will to either choose to serve God or not. And there's nobody forcing me to choose one way or the other. So in that sense, there's no external, in a sense, enemy. There's no, yes, I should always make certain I choose to serve God, but there's nothing externally forcing me or internally forcing me one way or the other.
It's no question of force. That is our free will to choose.
We have
But-
condition to choose, so we have
but-
to control our condition.
But we all are conditioned souls. Conditioned souls. The word condition means, where is our free will? Because we are conditioned. You understand what is the meaning of condition? In every respect, we are conditioned. Even in choosing also, you are conditioned. In willing also, you are conditioned. Your so-called willing will that according to your association. Your will is controlled by your association. Your choice is also controlled by your association, because we are conditioned.
We can choose our association.
Yeah, you have to choose your association. Yeah. That choosing of association is also happened by the association. How will get the intelligence to choose whether I associate with him or not? That is also coming out of association. It's anyway a long thing. I have another class at 7 o'clock. I have to go.